Welcome to Fast Cars, Fast Girls. We are your IndyCar experience. Well, we can finally call it season 5, right?
Now, season 5 starts with the Barber preview, or
Oh,
the
that's
St.
okay.
Pete preview.
Okay, so this is the
Last
last
episode.
episode of
Yeah.
season 4.
Yes. Episode 49.
Okay, season 4, episode 49, the last one of this season, and then we get started off on the new season.
Yep.
So,
Don't know why we decided that. That's what we decided.
that is what we decided. That is what we decided. First race of the year is the first episode of our season, so I like it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well,
I
first
guess,
first IndyCar race, I should say, because we don't start at the Rolex.
Gotcha.
So, well,
Season preview.
Season preview. So we're going to spend the last episode of season 4 talking all about what's about to happen this season in IndyCar.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Teams, drivers, races. You know, for those of us who stay involved all season, what are some things you should watch out for? So
there definitely are. There definitely are. Well, where do you want to start?
Yeah, let's just start with teams and drivers. We'll start with them, go through the races, and then finish it up talking about everything you should look out for.
Sounds good to me.
And hopefully, we shouldn't have any, I'm going to say this and jinx everything, but there shouldn't be any major changes now with like the driving lineup. Like 500, yes, but other than that, no. Fingers crossed.
We should be pretty set.
Yeah, 500 is always still wonky about cars, but
yeah, because you just never know. There's always those last minute entries, those surprises.
There's a couple of spots that are kind of open, but kind of not. So it is what it is for the 500. I think last time I checked, we had 34 hard entry, 34 hard entries, probably 35 easily, and there's still rumors out there, so maybe even 36 cars. I mean, we're gonna have bumping, I think.
There will be bumping.
There will be bumping. Just who knows if we're ready for it.
I'm emotionally not ready.
Nobody is. Like, we were all wanted it, and then we all realized what happened.
Yeah, then we all ate crow.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
We should use the oh no audio for whoever gets bumped.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. See, that makes it less
it helps with the pain.
It helps with the emotional pain, yeah. I'm like, if we can make light of it, it makes it better.
It helps with the pain deep inside. Speaking of a team that may or may not have somebody bumped, that's right, I said it. Fight me.
Yeah.
Going alphabetically, I guess AJ4E48 Racing with Sebastian Bourdais and Dalton Kellett as their full-time rides, and Charlie Kimball is a 500 ride, so they've given him a ride for the 500 as well.
Heck yeah.
There's a rumor about a fourth car, but I've not seen anything materialize. And only Bourdais and Kellett are testing this week at the IMS. It's just an interesting lineup for them.
It is interesting. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Bourdais is necessarily going to have any problems.
No, I think Bourdais is a solid driver.
Yep, I think Kimball's going to do fine. He's solid mid-pack. He's not usually on the bubble.
No.
with bumping. That's a drink.
Yep.
Dalton Kellett on the other hand.
That's always been it's still a curious choice.
It is.
It's just still a curious choice.
It is.
Who knows why it was made? I cannot peek into their minds.
Money.
Well, yeah. Just trying to not sound that way, I guess.
I mean, yeah. He's a great guy, though. I mean, he's very nice.
Yes, absolutely. Great personality. Not that great of a driver.
He's just not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, watch out for that.
Then, of course, alphabetically next is Andretti Autosport. Herta, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Rossi, and Hinch, all with the full-time rides. And then Marco is doing a very limited season. In fact, he's only really talked about the 500.
Yeah.
But he did release that livery today, so that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
So I don't know. This is going to be an interesting team because you've got drivers basically auditioning this year with Hunter Ray and Hinch. Heard him moving from the Steinbrenner and Andretti Autosport Roy just to Andretti Autosport. It's weird to me. Just seems weird.
Very interesting. And there's been no talk of anything happening with the 88, which.
But the thing is, like, Hinch is in the 26, but the 26 is now the Andretti Steinbrenner Harding ride.
Yeah.
That's what's even weirder about the 88. Is it just I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Or no, it's in the 29.
I don't know. He was whatever. Because it's the Cambridge one, but he's with the Steinbrenner Andretti Autosport ride.
Yeah. So yeah. Which is a shame because I enjoyed seeing a number 88 out there. It's one of the numbers I like.
I don't know. Who knows? It's very strange.
Very strange. Indeed. So yeah, no mention of my karting. So.
Oh, that's also interesting.
It is. Which we could go off on a whole theory of
a
as
whole
to what.
line there, but
we won't. We'll stay on subject. All right, and I believe alphabetically next up, speaking of teams that don't always get their cars into the big dance, Arrow McLaren SP.
Arrow McLaren SP with Pato Award, Felix Rosenquist being their 2 full-time drivers. Then Juan will be their 500 driver. Juan will be fielding a car with them for the 500.
I think that Juan. First off, I love that Juan is back.
Right. Preface this. All excited.
Right. It's like when it's election year, and the cast of SNL is just like, oh shit, yes, it's an election year. That's how I feel about Juan being back. Like, good or bad, it's gonna be amazing entertainment.
Exactly.
Like, I'm so excited for the memes we're gonna make and for the drama because Juan is a prima donna, he's a diva, and I mean, and you know what? I'm high maintenance as well, so no judgment, Juan. You live your little diva life. But he is exactly what Zach Brown deserves because Zach Brown is also a diva, and I am so here for this interaction in May.
It's gonna be just interesting because his last full-time season was 2016, and so he did May, just the month of May for the years 2017 and 2018. So it's been a minute. I mean, he tested a new chassis, but that was it. And then, yeah.
I imagine. You know what? Let's just all say a quick prayer for the crew for Juan because
that's gonna be a whole thing.
It's gonna be a whole thing, and I'm sorry, whoever you end up being.
I don't know what you did, but well, there you are.
Blame it on Zach Brown.
Yeah, there you go. So it's interesting with, obviously, I think Rosenquist moved over because he was feeling the long stretch of Dixon shadow. So he's like, cool, I'm a jump. So he jumped Arrow. I don't know how he and Pato will get along. They're interesting personalities, and Award's not officially one of those contract drivers, but I kind of feel like he's turning into one for Arrow. So, I think if push comes to shove, they're going to go with Award and not Rosenquist. So that'll be.
I agree.
Interesting.
Well, and Zach Brown is no stranger to quote unquote team orders or team decisions.
True.
And so I think if the choice is between, if it's those two cars, even though we aren't allowed team orders in INDYCAR, quote unquote, yeah. Ask Felix Rosenquist how he feels about that.
Speaking
I think he might end up in a similar situation, like you said, because Pato's kind of their contract driver.
Yeah.
So I hope that Rosenquist doesn't regret his hop.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would really love to see their personalities at play. I mean, some of the videos that like Schmidt Peterson used to do were hysterical. But and Pato's a funny guy. Um, Rosenquist is
It's
not
that
really super outgoing. It's that Swedish,
it's
like
that like dark, subtle humor, which is fine, but that it's hard to play.
yeah, it doesn't necessarily play well in a big crowd.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I would like to be a fly on the wall as like Pato and Rosenquist try to joke with each other and get to know each other because I just feel like it's gonna be super awkward.
Yeah, and then will that translate onto the track and sharing of information? So it's gonna be an interesting dynamic.
It will be. I feel like when it's about business, it'll be fine. But I feel like the like getting to know each other is just gonna, I don't know, just give you that knot in your stomach, like when you're watching a comedy that's like just stupid humor,
Hmm.
and there's like something coming up that you can see, 5 miles away, and you're like, oh, you feel awkward for the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, we'll see on that one.
we shall see.
Um, then it's Carlin with Chilton. We know road and street courses, and he does run the 500, and he's testing for them. No word on if the team will even field the car for ovals.
Yeah, not heard
So
anything on that, which is interesting because they did Connor last year, and
they did, and they polled. I mean, they had good success, but I'm wondering if you know they're like, yeah, it's not worth it. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Connor drove the shit out of the 59 last year on ovals.
Hmm. No, he
So,
placed well. They polled in Iowa,
hmm
so I don't
so
know.
I'm surprised that they have not tried to redo that partnership. I mean, maybe they have, but I'm surprised that yeah, that hasn't been announced as happening again because I feel like that worked out very well for Carlin.
It did. I'm just wondering if they don't have the funding for it.
It's possible.
That would be my thought. And if at that point they're like, well, we can fund the road and street courses, so and the 500, that's what we'll focus on.
Yeah, and I mean, Connor might ask for more money this year because, well,
You did a good job,
he
so
did a
yeah.
good job. He got them a pole. I mean, he did all kinds of good things. So, I mean, he would deserve a raise, I would think.
You would. Yeah. I'm not saying it would be unfounded.
No, I mean, his performance shows that he's worthy of a raise. I would say he's earned it. So, but we shall see if they add in an oval driver or not.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, there
May
just aren't
1st,
that
I think.
right. Well, and there just aren't that many ovals this year either, so they're not taking a huge hit as far as races they're not participating
That's true.
in. So, unfortunately, there's not more ovals.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, who we got next?
Chip Ganassi Racing with, of course, Scott Dixon.
Scotty D.
Marcus Erickson's back. And then Alex Pillow, who jumped from Dale Coyne Racing. And then the shared ride with Tony Kanaan, who's doing the ovals. And Jimmy Johnson, who's doing the road and street courses.
I don't know how that duo is going to place, but I feel like they're going to be the most fun ride share.
It's just the most interesting ride share.
It really is, right? I would not have put them together, but now I'm intrigued.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it will work, and it's just an interesting lineup for this team. I mean, obviously it's Chip Ganassi Racing, so essentially it's just Scott Dixon and whoever else can fill a car. Um,
I mean,
truthfully,
pretty
that's
much.
they were a four car team, and then in 2018 they're like, hey, we can't do four cars, we're going to go down to two cars. Cool. Then they went to three cars, and now we're back to four, and I'm like, what did we? Was that?
Well, remember
Oh.
he wanted a rebuilding of sorts.
Yeah, but it was also they couldn't handle all four. They
I
only wanted to
know.
do two.
I know.
And then we went straight up to four with drivers who are not cheap in here, and Tony Kanaan coming back.
Yeah. Well, but they also dropped their IMSA program, so I think that's why they went to 3, right? Because they wanted to.
No, they went from 4 to 2 because they couldn't support a 4-car IndyCar team.
No, I'm saying when they increased back to 3.
No, they did IMSA when they went to 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, never mind then. But but yeah, no, because the last year that they did 4 was the why can't I learn? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
A
they
few
made Tony
people got
Kanaan not
benched.
finish. Yeah, they made Tony Kanaan not finish the race. He was shitty. Uh, that was Gateway. That was an exciting race to be listening to the radio.
Yeah, that was an interesting race. We listened to the radio. Oh, goodness.
Oh, and sadly, we weren't even watching it together.
Yeah.
But,
Ah,
but yeah, that was good stuff. Uh, so, I mean, I think that we're gonna. I mean, obviously, Scotty D is gonna do well. I think that Marcus Ericsson is gonna continue to do well.
yeah, he had a good season.
He did. He did. I'm excited for Pillow. I mean, he was my rookie last year. And so I'm excited to see what he does in some Ganassi equipment.
I definitely think moving from Dale Coyne to Ganassi was a big step up for him, so I do expect a lot out of him.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, I believe Chip expects a lot out of him as well.
I mean, it's Chip, so that just goes without saying.
Yeah. Chip likes winners.
Yep, that's 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 it. I mean, we ain't joking when we say that, people.
No, and neither is Chip.
Nope.
He could not be more serious about anything.
Uh,
Oh, our little Al Pacino, our IndyCar Al Pacino.
IndyCar Alp.
Oh, all right. What team we got next?
Uh, Dale Coyne Racing. It's Pietro Fittipaldi doing the ovals, the rideshare with Romain Grosjean doing the road and street courses. Ed Jones, and it appears that Cody Ware may also be doing a 500 ride with Dale Coyne. And this just,
I saw a little bit about that on the
just,
Twitterverse.
yeah, he's testing, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Just always an interesting mix with this team.
It is always an interesting mix. But yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. Well, and Ed Jones is the Dale Coyne, but it's the car that has the partnership with Vassar Sullivan
Yeah,
as
so
well.
Ed's in the Vassar Sullivan partnership. Fittipaldi and Grosjean are in the Rick Ware Racing partnership.
So, well, Ed Jones, I mean, we've talked about him many times. He's been in and out of the series, so I hope that this is a good fit for him.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
excited. Oh, God.
mhm. I was just gonna say, and then with the Fittipaldi Grosjean, I mean, Pietro raced in 18 with Dale Coyne before he broke his legs at Spa. Kind of like a weird like universe turn of events. He actually replaced Grosjean at Haas after he had the fiery crash at Saker.
Oh, yeah,
So it's like a strange overlap between Fittipaldi and Romain. That's
that
one of those
is
weird things.
strange overlap.
Hmm.
Like,
And then
Lincoln
Ware's
had
from
a
NASCAR.
secretary
So
named Kennedy. Kennedy had a
Kennedy
secretary
had
named,
secretary named Lincoln. Yeah.
yeah, interesting. It's almost like they were destined to be on a team together.
Hmm. It does feel that way.
It does. So, well, since they have so many shared experiences, I feel like that's going to be helpful to them as far as sharing information on the car.
Yeah, I don't know how much information they're gonna share between each other. One doing only ovals and one doing road and street courses.
I mean, true, but yeah. Well, I feel like Pietro will probably have more to offer as far as like Indy cars on road and street, like maybe just some like helpful hints that he has picked up in his short time prior to.
Yeah,
But but yeah, it'll be interesting. Um, yeah, I'm excited to see how they do. Just
sure.
because, yeah, it's a ride share that doesn't have experienced drivers.
I mean, e- experienced as an IndyCar experience,
Indy
but
car experienced, yeah. I
like
mean, they are experienced drivers, yeah.
yeah, I think Grosjean is 9 years in F1. 9 years in F1.
Yeah. So no, I didn't
So it's
mean.
like a weird, yeah, no, but like it's no IndyCar experience though. So that's what
Yeah.
makes it so like wonky. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they're the only rideshare that, yeah, does not have at least one veteran IndyCar driver. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how they do.
Yep. Up next is the team who actually wins 100% as far as consistency. That's Ed Carpenter Racing because Ed, of course, and he's back with his road and street course buddy Connor and Renez. Like there was no changes to Ed Carpenter Racing this year.
Right? Got to the end of the
Uh,
year and he was like, I mean, is it 2021 yet? But
yeah.
also, I'm really happy with this lineup. Let's do it
hmm
again, boys.
He was like, "Hey, I'd like to be 2021 and nobody change, okay? Okay. Connor, yes, you can get a new haircut."
Or don't for a while. Let that mullet grow, baby.
Well, I meant like Connor cut the mullet now.
Oh,
Like, he was like, "Oh, you want a mullet? That's fine. You can have a mullet. I don't care."
yes, you can dye your hair.
Fine, just not a weird color for picture day.
Right. It's okay. We've all done things to our hair in the last year.
It's the pandemic. It's allowed.
I almost got a perm.
Oh,
I know. Beth talked me out of it.
good.
Thank God for sisters. She also told me she was pretty sure that with the amount of bleach I put on my head that if we put perm solution on that I'd be bald. So
Ooh, yeah.
she was like, "Are you high? No, you can't get a perm."
She was like, I mean, here's what may happen.
She was like, "Your hair can't handle that. We are pushing it to the limits as it is."
Like, lady, an open flame near your hair.
Right? Oh, if there was one black light within a half-mile radius, like my head would glow like the moon.
hmm
Oh, it's been a fun year for hair.
Yep.
Oh, so I'm excited for Renus. I think that this is going to be a real breakout year for him.
I agree. I think this is, he's gotten that first year under his belt and he knows what to do. He knows what to do, so I'm here for it.
Oh, I hope his parents are here just as much as they were last year because they're fantastic in the stands.
They're just genuinely excited and it's good to see. It's great to see.
It really is like, oh, they make me want to learn how to speak Dutch.
I mean, probably we won't, but
We
yeah,
won't,
I
but
agree.
they make me want to learn at least a few phrases like
Like,
congrats or I don't know.
way to go. I think
Like, yeah, just something so that like when I see them, I can say my one phrase that I know,
I'm sure we can Google it too.
right? I'm positive we can. Like I have multiple language apps on my phone. I'm making it out to be harder than it is. It would not take
Just
that
ask
long.
Siri. It's okay.
Yeah. Siri, how do you say? Uh, but yeah. And then of course, we always love hometown heroes Ed Carpenter and Connor Daly. We
Yeah,
always we always want the 20 to do well.
that goes without saying almost.
Right? Like I'll take the 20 every day and twice on
On
Sundays.
Sundays. There you go. Then it's Meyershank Racing, which naturally Jack Harvey is back, and then Elio Castroneves is joining them in 2017 or 2017. Goodness gracious, in 2021, and it's still random to me. Like Elio's a great driver, but as I slipped up, 2017 was his last full season. He's done the May since then, but like, okay, all
Yeah.
right, Elio with Meyershank Racing, alrighty.
Yeah. Bold choice, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. Uh,
Just gonna watch and see how this goes. That's really it. How is
yeah.
this gonna work out? Let's see.
I mean, I'm excited, and I'll tell you what, if we could get Alio with the rest of Meyershank Racing back to one of our unplugged events, I would love that.
That would be amazing.
Because, well, and I feel like Alio's vibe is going to get along really well with Mike Shank.
Yeah. No, I think he'll fit in with the team. I think he has, great experience with the team. It just, I don't think I ever would have said like, oh yeah, Elio's driving for Meyershank Racing and not have ended that in this weird dream I had where I must not eat cheese before, after 10 p.m.
Yes.
anymore.
Yeah. Where I should not order Chinese food when, yeah. Um, I'm with you there. It was an odd choice, but
Like,
I feel like
I
financially it's going to be a good choice because he has a ton of fans. And so I think it's going to bring more eyes and attention to the Meyer Shank team. And I also think it's going to sell some merch.
Oh, hell yeah. That merch is going to be tight. And also, if anybody can
Flying.
wear pink confidently, like it's Elio Castroneves, he's going to look fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Because it's that nice hot pink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll be good. So Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan is next, and they nearly were 100% consistent as well because they will have Graham and Sato, but they just announced Monday that Santino Ferrucci will be driving for them in the 500. This is normally the seat that like Spencer Pickett's driven the last couple of
I
years. So
know. I was like, Spig.
I
No.
know. So like Ray Holland and Sato, I just that's a good partnership, and I know it's only for the month of May, but like throwing Ferrucci into that mix, I'm like,
Mm.
don't, I don't know how this is gonna happen.
I don't feel like Ray Hall and Ferrucci are
I
simpatico.
I just no,
I
100%.
feel in my soul that like when Ray Hall found out that he was like that
Like I'm sure
douchebag.
that there was a text to his. I mean, I'm like I would. There's just a text to the dad like, for real? Is this a joke? Is this April Fool's? Is this a late April Fool's joke?
Yeah. Like, Dad, are you serious right now?
I'm sorry I haven't called recently, but please don't hire Santino. Is what happened.
Oh. Well, and Santino's kind of a fast talker, so I don't think there's gonna be any issues with Sato because I think Sato's just not gonna understand him.
He's just. I mean,
Like
or he's just
whatever he
pretend not to
says,
understand him and just be like, I don't know, I can't understand him.
yeah,
I
Sato's
just
just gonna be like,
don't want to.
okay, and just like go back to what he's doing. Okay.
Do his own thing.
Graham, on the other hand, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
well, I believe
yeah,
there
it
was a
just.
fair amount of shit talking on iRacing last season.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I know iRacing is iRacing and this is different, but like, I just don't see those two getting along. Thank God it's only for a month, I guess.
Well, and I'm just saying, a lot of the shit talking that happened about other drivers that, maybe one-offs or whatever, was actually how those people felt about them. So even though it was a game, the words were not jokes.
Sure, sure, sure.
So yeah, that'll be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, silly mic slipped on me.
oh,
And then finally, alphabetically only, is Team Penske, of course, bringing back Joseph Newgarden, Will Power, and Simon Pagino.
heck
They will
yeah.
be adding Scott McLaughlin, which who was technically supposed to like drive for them in 2020, but COVID,
COVID happened.
COVID, and so now they're a full car team, four car team for the full season. Goodness.
And they're using Alio's old Pennzoil livery for McLaughlin.
Yeah, yeah. One of the main sponsors for him is going to be Pennzoil, which is going to be interesting.
It is. So they're gonna have the two yellow cars, the Menards yellow and the Pennzoil yellow.
Thankfully, they are different shades of yellow.
They are. They are indeed. The Menards is more of a neon yellow, whereas the
Menard
Pennzoil
you
is,
see from miles away.
yeah, outer space.
Yep,
The Pennzoil one is
like a yellow
yellow
yellow.
with a hint of school bus.
Yes, that's really it. It is a school bus yellow. Let's just call it.
Yeah, it's close.
It's fine, right? But if we were judging yellows, it's a
Yeah,
school bus yellow.
it's
Okay.
yep, yeah, it is. It is.
Fun fact, that's like a whole thing. There are actually the regulations about the color of school buses. This is what you learn when you work for the Department of Ed for a little bit.
No shit.
Hmm. Like there are a lot of regulations about like sizes and colors.
Why
it's
the
got the
colors?
well, technically it's because usually they get a good discount from a place, and so they want them all to look uniform and
Mm,
The whole thing. Also,
interesting. I
that's
wondered if it was
government
about like
timing.
visibility or like, that people notice it more. Because I mean, that's why fire trucks are red is because the human
Well,
eye is naturally drawn to
yeah.
red.
And I think like the yellow is, but I think like visibility and familiarity is also why they try and stay with the same yellow kind of
That makes
throughout.
sense.
Yeah,
I just didn't know there were regulations on it. That's hilarious.
I I got bored one day. It's fine. It's what happens.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Hmm.
Oh, well, Scott did race in one race last year.
Yeah, he did the Grand Prix
Of
St. Pete. And I was like, wait, there was a lot of Grand Prix held occurred.
Yep, Grand Prix St. Pete, GPSP, and did not do that great. So here's hoping for a better season for Scott this year.
I feel like he's really like trying this year. Like last year, I get it. Like COVID, you know, it's the
Sure.
mulligan, COVID. It's fine. We'll
Yeah, we
see.
all get a do-over.
Fine. Cool. Let's just all pretend 2020 didn't happen. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Does that mean that we get to be a year younger too?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I
Okay,
mean,
yes.
why not indeed? Oh, I mean,
So
just like Chip Ganassi, we expect Team Penske to do well.
yeah, it's Penske.
It's
Right.
Penske.
It's
Yep.
Penske.
Oh, well, let's move on to the races.
So those are all the teams and drivers on to the races, which, thanks to the COVID, later start this year.
Yep. Yeah, normally we would have been in St. Pete a month ago.
Yeah, but instead we have to wait yeah, about 2 more weeks before we head to St. Pete, roughly.
Right? It's
Um,
really not that much
I
farther. I
know.
mean, it's not that. I mean, it's 2 weeks from yesterday is when I fly out.
2 weeks tomorrow for me.
So, which just hit me, and I was like, damn, I got to start going to the tanning bed on a more regular basis. Oh,
But
which,
before St. Pete, it's the Grand Prix of Alabama,
Barber.
Barber, which was not held last year because of said COVID. They are holding it this year, and from what I have read, it is pretty darn close to sellout.
Yeah, I think people are very excited to go. Um, I mean, and that race has a lot of annual visitors. And so the
Yes,
fact that it didn't happen last year, I think it's gonna, yeah, I think that that's a theme that we're gonna see a lot of IndyCar races because since things changed, there were a lot of people that weren't able to go or didn't go
Mhm.
because, of the crowds, etc. So I think that it's almost a sellout is gonna be something that we hear quite a lot this season.
I would not be surprised.
Not in the least.
Not in the least. And
I think
then the week
keeping that joke
after,
alive.
it will never not be funny to us. So
That's
for the rest of
facts.
you. After the Grand Prix of Alabama at Barber, next weekend, of course, as we've already chatted about, is the Firestone GP of St. Petersburg.
Hell
So that's
yeah.
exciting. Track building's already started, so they are having fans. So that's good. Yay!
Woohoo. Yeah, we are very excited about that. I
Yes.
think they're letting in 20,000 people per day,
Yeah, I
something
think it's
along those
similar
lines.
to what they did in October of last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which still was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was still pretty, sizable crowd. So,
It was a sizable crowd. And we had a hell of a time.
yep.
We had a great time.
Then we start the month of May, not in Indy, but with the doubleheader at Texas with the Genesis 300 and the Expel 300. Two races, two different race sponsors.
2 races, 2 sponsors. Okay, I see what you did
Yeah,
there.
I didn't do it.
Well, I meant just Texas Motor
Yeah, but
Speedway.
having two different sponsors, I mean, I'm not mad at that. Like, go for it.
Yeah,
Get your money.
yeah. I mean, let's be honest. We don't care where the money comes from.
Yeah,
Money's money.
it could be the, hookers and Coke 300 and be like, I mean, I'm
Hookers
still
and
gonna
blow.
go.
Yeah, hookers and blow 300. Oh, I'm definitely going to that.
The trophy's gonna be amazing.
Oh. The GI Joes and Barbie hose 400.
Yep. Uh, Unfortunately, though, it does kind of, from the testing, I don't know if we're going to have great races again this year.
I know that compound from last year is still fucking
But
shut up.
it's still there, and the high lanes are just still not really coming in. So,
Yeah.
God, I hope we don't have boring doubleheaders at Texas back to back because it's already
Uh,
Texas.
yeah, I don't want that because I love Texas. I wish we could go this year, but we can't.
Because it's damn May.
Yeah. Dear IndyCar, please quit scheduling other things in May.
I feel
We
like we've already had this discussion in INDYCAR.
First off, we have already had this discussion. And so now this is the second time we're telling you. Don't
Stop
make us ask a
it.
third time.
Yep.
I don't tell anybody anything three times.
But after May, we are in Indy for the GMR Grand Prix on the 15th, and of course, the 500 on the 30th.
Hell yeah.
And look, everybody, yes, we know they are not allowing people at the testing this week. That doesn't unequivocally mean that there will not be fans at the IMS. In fact, like everybody is, and not just like Penske, but like Marion County Health Department, like everybody's like, there will be fans. Now, I don't know if it'll be a like sellout, but y'all,
There will be
stop,
fans. Take a breath.
stop, like, stop at Chicken Littles. That's what I wanted to say. Stop at Chicken Littles.
Yeah. Like let's stop with the alarmism.
Let's just let
Like
things happen. Have we learned
unnecessary.
nothing from 2020?
Yeah.
Uh,
Nothing can be trusted. So just like take a breath.
just go with
Don't
the
read
flow, man.
don't read too much into things.
Right? Stop
Like
with the wild conspiracy theories.
please. Please.
Please.
We say
Uh,
this with love.
well,
Kind of.
kind of.
But yes.
What is nice is that after the 500, they actually give the teams a little bit of a break. And so Detroit is now not until the 12th and the 13th of June.
Oh, that is very nice for the IndyCar teams.
It is. It was not held in 2020. Michigan's a shit show, but we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see what happens. It is
June,
a bit of a shit show right now.
June's a couple of months out. You know what? We're just gonna see. We're
We
just
got
gonna see.
time. We got
We
time for
got
people to get vaccinated and for all those strains up there to just,
calm the asses.
yeah, calm the asses down.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because I think they've got the strains that like attack our age group, and
Yeah.
I'm cool. I've already had COVID.
I'm
Like
about
I
to
don't, I
get
don't
back.
want another one.
Oh, I thought you meant you would still have the antibodies and you good. I was like, wait, no.
No, with the
That
mutations,
math
no,
doesn't
I
add
don't
up.
trust my antibodies. Nope, sure don't. I'm like, no, I don't want to have a second form of COVID that is specifically worse to my age group. No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thanks.
The first time
Uh,
around was fun enough.
and of course, we do in June on the 20th. So June 20th at the Rev Group Grand Prix at Road America. Yay!
Heck yes, and we will be there.
Oh, yeah.
And exciting for us personally, it will be the first time we use our new tent that we bought
Yes,
last year.
it's just sitting in my garage since August.
I felt like maybe you even bought it in July.
I think I might have. So it
Yeah, because it
yeah,
was before they moved to Mid Ohio.
that's right. I was like, I'm gonna buy it and watch them move, and I bought it, and then they moved it.
Uh
Yeah.
huh.
So
And we
it
didn't get to use it.
no, it's just sitting there. It and its little rain. It's just not even taken out of the box. Well, I mean, it's out of the box, but like not even unzipped.
Right? Like it still is just perfectly inside the bag it came in. It'll never look that nice again.
No, I should just take a couple of pictures.
Right? Just for posterity.
What I'm strangely excited about is the Honda, the Mid Ohio race because it's over the 4th of July weekend. And like, I'm gonna need me some fireworks.
Yes. And like the Midwest, it just feels like the right place to be for the 4th of July. I mean, it's what I'm used to. I mean, I suppose like, the capital, if you were going to travel somewhere like further away,
Sure.
sure. But we know how to do 4th of July in the Midwest. I'm just gonna
Like,
say it.
we are blowing shit up and throwing food on the fire to cook it. And there is always good beer. And that's the 4th of July. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we celebrate America.
And one person who brings a potato salad and does not bring an ice basin for it to sit in all day. So it just bakes in the sun. And by the end of the day, you're risking your own life by eating it.
And then everybody's watching it because you know some drunk idiot's going to eat it. And that's when you go,
It's going to eat it.
they ate it. They ate it.
They're going to
Uh,
vomit later.
and then July 11th, Honda Indy in Toronto. I'm going to be real with everybody. I wouldn't put money on that race. Happening.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about all that. Uh, and then we get some newer races. So August 8th, the Music City Grand Prix, which obviously, please go back and if you haven't, you should. We interviewed the COO like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Jason Rittenberry, and he told us all about some of the fun things that are going on.
Pretty exciting. You should all listen to it. And then August 14th is the road course at IMS. This is the doubleheader with NASCAR. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for it.
Be good. I mean, the NASCAR is using a lot of the road course too, and they're kind of more exciting on that road course.
They are. So it'll be, yeah, I think it'll be a fun weekend. I hope we have a good amount of out of town friends that come in for that one too, just
Yeah,
because, yeah, it's always a good time to be with friends at the IMS.
always, always.
Always, always, always.
Um, yeah, 21st of August, of course, Bommarito. Then we get a couple of weeks, and then it's September 12th is the Grand Prix of Portland. Did not get held last year, but it probably will go this. Yeah, it'll go this year. They're looking good. Then the next week's, then it's just like bang, bang, bang. September 19th is the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey. Again, also not held in 2020. And we end the season at Long Beach on September 26th. So counting like double headers, each is one race, 7 road courses, 6 street races, and 4 oval races.
Not a bad lineup.
Not a bad lineup. I mean, honestly, if we had like 1 or 2 ovals, that would be cool. And if for some reason like Toronto doesn't happen, there is discussion of adding another race. So like maybe add an oval, guys. I don't know how
Fingers
easy this can be done.
crossed. I think if anything, they would just make something a doubleheader.
Yeah, I was like, add an. I'm just gonna make a double header.
Yeah. Although there was mention of, running a race at a different course, like a new different course, but
Yeah, but yeah,
that's a whole thing.
that's a whole thing.
So, but yeah, that's okay. I enjoyed the doubleheaders. Like, if
I
they
think they
wanted
were
to add a
fun.
they were fun. If they wanted to add a doubleheader to our Mid Ohio weekend this year, I'd be fine with that,
It'd be a great race to add a double header on, honestly.
right? Um, yeah, I think that is the race to do it on.
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, having it at Road America last year is great, but Road America is a longer track, so like, I don't know how it's a good length for a double header.
It is. It is. Yeah, Road America is a little too long and of a track, I think, for a
Mm.
doubleheader. It was fun last year
Yeah.
because it was two very different races. Which I mean, that's kind of the cool part about the doubleheader is that they're two wildly different races on the same course.
So, and like every single place was that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it was. So, yeah, fantastic. Well, and we're going to get to go to Monterey for the first time this year.
I know.
Very excited about that.
We're going back to Long Beach.
Going back to Long Beach. I know I said it would never happen, but it's happening. It is. And as a matter of fact, both Monterey and Long Beach, and if you listen to the Music City Grand Prix, You know that there's a travel package to go there and to St. Pete, and then also both of the California races. So again, if you want to feel a little fancy, those are good races to check out with sportsandentertainmenttravel.com.
Also, Nashville and Road America, and they're doing one at the IMS.
They are.
Yep.
They are indeed. So a couple different races that you could buy that package for.
Yep.
Just make sure that you told them the Fast Cars Fast Girls sent you.
Yes.
Which actually we do have more information about that on our website at www.fastcarsfastgirls.com, and you can link to all of our social media from there. Molly has a wonderful blog. I do not. But we are on all the socials, and we are available anywhere that
And
you
all the
can,
medias.
at all the medias, all the socials, all the medias, all of the intranets.
Yep.
And we're available anywhere that you want to listen to podcasts. If you find one that we're not on, let us know. We'll rectify that.
Yeah.
And while you're there, make sure to subscribe, rate and review, give us a like, share us with your friends. We'd appreciate it.
We would. Thank you.
Well,
All right. Last up, kind of some things you're watching for. So what are you gonna be paying attention to this year?
so as far as like broad storylines, I mean, I think that there's obviously we expect Scotty D to make another championship run. Um, so he can't, he's gonna be on a team with Jimmy Johnson, and he's gonna be like, all right, 7 time. Let's see what's up. Um, so that goes without saying. Same for Joseph Newgarden. I mean, he's always going to be trying for a championship run. But I think the other storylines are going to be our two favorite drivers, Alexander Rossi, because for you, he has been so very close. Like he's been on that path so many times and then just had wonky shit happen that
Mm-hmm.
screwed up his points. And, like Mike Ford said with my favorite driver, Simon Pagenaud, he'll have an off year and then a good year, and then an off year and then a good year. And so this is his year to have a good year, and I think that he really wants to prove himself by getting a second championship.
Yeah,
Uh,
I agree. Yeah.
yeah, so I think that those are going to be two drivers that are just like going to be in your rear view mirror all season
Mm-hmm.
long. If they aren't in front of you, they're going to be right on your ass in your rear view mirror.
So watch out.
Watch out.
No, I,
What do
I
you?
agree. Also, I think we have perhaps one of the most non-rookie class. Now, technically, you're a rookie if you've not participated in 4 races in one season or 8 in your total career, but INDYCAR races. But so that means Jimmy Johnson, Romain Grosjean, 7-time NASCAR, Grosjean 9 seasons in Formula One, McLaughlin's a 3-time champion in Australian supercars. Also, Pietro Fittipaldi, who's I think like the most rookie out of the bunch.
Yeah.
Like it's just a lot of non-rookie rookies, and so it's gonna be interesting.
It is,
Um,
well, because we didn't have any lights last year, so there was no lights champion that got a guaranteed number of races, etc.
yeah,
And so we don't really have a younger class kind of that has graduated and stepped up since that was kind of put on pause. So it is
yeah,
a very non-rookie
it's a
group.
non-rookie rookie class.
Yeah.
I think similarly to seeing Scott make a run, I think the question is who can stop Scott, because if you really think about it, the big teams like Penske and Andretti have put good drivers and good cars together, and they've had success, but not this consistent success in stopping him. So
Yes.
it's not only like watch Scott, but it's also like who can stop him. Also, switching from Chip Ganassi to Arrow, I think just watching Rosenquist and seeing if
Mhm.
getting out from underneath Scott's shadow, and I mean that in respect to Scott, right? I don't think Scott's, making them go get his laundry. I mean, maybe that's
I
a
mean,
it's a baller move, and I wouldn't put it like, yep,
it's a
you're
power move.
allowed to. It's a power move.
Yeah.
Like, will that change something for Felix?
Because,
And
I mean, he's a solid driver, and
he
he has
is.
had some definite flashes of brilliance. So maybe he'll be able to stretch his legs a little bit more, and we'll
Yeah.
see some really great runs from him.
I mean, I would imagine so, or maybe not. Like, I don't want to say it that way, or maybe not, but perhaps it is like, wow, well, So I think that'll just be interesting to watch. Um, I think finally it's just going to be interesting and weird, and you're going to just have those moments where you stare at your TV to see two known Penske drivers and non-Penske teams, with Castroneves with Meyer Shank and then
Yeah.
Juan coming in for May at Arrow.
Hmm.
And Elio's a hell of a driver.
He
Will
is.
that translate into Meyer Shank? Like, will that translate into another team? So, yeah, that's going to be a couple of other things to watch. I mean, all in all, it's going to be an amazing season, though. I
It
can't wait.
is. Ah, it is going to be an amazing season. So excited.
Yeah. Whew. I got to start like pulling shit out and figuring out what I need, or
I know I got to start the packing and the checkered
the Amazon
laundry.
cart.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we got to get that neck fan that Jocelyn has.
I mean, maybe probably not for St. Pete.
Not for St. Pete. Do you not recall how hot it was?
That was like September, October hot in Florida. I feel like April hot's a different hot.
Yeah, it's like spring break in high school hot. It's hot.
I don't remember spring break in high
I
school.
mean, don't bring a fan. Yeah, don't bring a fan, but you ain't using mine.
I never use yours.
No, you don't. Oh, no, it's going to be good, and I'm excited. And I know we're starting with the Higpa race and Barber, but and that'll be so great to watch
Yeah.
from home. But then that Monday following the race, when I fly to St. Pete, that is when it is truly going to feel like we are in this season. Yes, let's go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, I'm like already in track mode mentally.
Well, there is also testing coming
There
up.
is testing this week, so.
Yeah.
So that's true. That'll just get us even more jazzed up. And don't worry, for those of you who can't be there, we'll do some videos throughout the day. Keep you guys posted, take some cool photos,
Yep.
all that jazz. Of course, we cannot just broadcast a live stream. That is not allowed.
No, we gotta
Sorry, guys.
play by the rules.
We do. It will be available on Peacock, though.
Yep. And if you sign up now, and I did it, and it's true, it's like $10 for 4 months.
Ooh, no kidding.
Yes, I just Bree from Ed Carpenter Racing put something up, and I was like, no shit. So I retweeted it, and it's true.
Heck yes. There you go.
Yeah.
So normally I think it's $4.99 a month. So that's about a 50% savings.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you, Bree.
Yeah. I was like, doing the Lord's work. All right.
Yeah, you are a treasure.
Mm-hmm.
You are a treasure.
Whatever Ed's paying you, it's not enough.
Not enough. No. Oh.
All right. Well, I think we should white flag it. What do you got? I feel like
Um,
we just white flagged it, really.
I know. I feel like we just white flagged it without white flagging it. So
Yep.
I'm just giddy and excited. I think that's just my white flag. I'm giddy and excited, and I know that there's going to be so many more storylines to come as the season, goes on, and yeah, just another exciting year for IndyCar and another exciting year for Fast Cars, Fast Girls.
Gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna be a
It
lot
is.
of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's just
Oh.
wait checkered then.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Bye.